What is up, you guys? It is JamesGamers coming at you with some more Minecraft tricks and tips. Now, this isn't very much a redstone tricks and tips like usually what the names are, because there's no redstone involved in this situation, but I'm still probably going to put it under the redstone tricks and tips playlist, just because, you know, it's basically the same thing, the same format, where I'm teaching you guys how to do something. And today we're learning how to make elevators. I know a lot of you guys probably already know how to make them, but some of you guys might not know how to make them, so that's for these guys. Also, there might be a couple of variations that I make that you guys might not know how to make that already know how to make it. So yeah. So all you're going to need today is a building block, whatever you want your elevator to be made out of. You're going to need some water, you're going to need some stone slabs later, and you're going to need a sign. So just it doesn't have to be stone slabs, it could be any kind of half slab. I'm just using stone slabs so they stick out a little bit better. Alright, so to begin, there's two different ways you can make your elevator. One is where you make it in a corner, and the other is where you make it on a flat, surface. So right now we're going to do it on the flat, like say for example it's on the back of one of your walls, on like the far side of your wall when you're entering your house. And also these are very easy to make in survival, so just keep that in mind. So all you're going to do is you're going to build up 3 blocks, as you can see here. You're going to build up 3 blocks and we're going to make this little hole. So basically you're going to be doing a 3x3 square with a little hole in the middle. Next you're going to take your sign and you're going to place it on this far side block that we got placed here. Make sure it's on the second block and not the first. Next, we're going to put the water right in this little hole, and as you can see, if we go underneath, the water is suspended in midair with magic. No, it's just because water can't break through this this fence, it's getting held up by this fence, or not fence, this sign. And another thing is you don't have to write anything on the sign. If you want to for like floors and stuff, you can. I'm not going to take the time out of my day to do that, but as you can see right here, this works perfectly fine. I'm not flying right now, as you can see. I simply go straight up because the water, I can swim in it, so it's taking me up. It's using its watery powers to take me up. And of course, if you wanted to make it taller than this, oh yeah, actually before I get into that, if you want to conserve blocks, if you are making this in survival, which it's really helpful in survival, I guess, because I think that elevators are really better for conserving space than steps, because if your room is really big, steps can really get in the way sometimes. But anyways, if you're trying to conserve blocks, you can break these corner blocks if you want to. It's all up to you when it comes to the design. And if you want to make this taller, it's a basic rinse and repeat situation. All you have to do is you're going to build up again 1 block. You're going to place down a sign and try to keep the signs on the same wall. As you can see, this one's on the far side wall and the next one's on the far side wall. So you're going to build up, you're going to place a sign, you're going to build up again, and you're going to, build up again and place water. And then just do the same thing, rinse and, oops, that's not what I meant, let's put that water back. Keep on oopsing. Build up, sign again on that far side wall, build up again, and water. Now, when you do want your elevator to, top off, you want the water kind of to be like this, where it's on the same level as where you're going to get off at. So say this is our next floor that we want to get off at. You want it like this because it's a lot easier to get out. Because if you see right here, let me show you an example. Say, for example, our floor doesn't start until up here, and we're in the elevator, we're swimming up, and then we try to get out, and we can't get out. So make sure you keep that in mind. The easiest way of doing this, when your floor is 1 block too tall for your elevator, easiest way of doing this is simply break out a couple of blocks. Say, for example, it was like this. Break out a couple of blocks, if I could place it where I wanted to, and put a half slab here. So then when you jump out, you can simply climb up to the next part of your floor. It might be a little bit, a little hole in your floor that you might not want there, but it lets you use your elevator fairly usefully. So that's just one way of doing it. Now, of course, elevators have various numbers of stops, especially when you have more than 2 floors. So I'm going to show you exactly how to make that. So say, for example, this is our first stop. This is the floor. Let me try to put wall to give it, a room type feel to it. Say, for example, this is our first floor, and we want to go down to go up to our second floor, I should say. The easiest way of doing that, you just do exactly what you did last time. You would have to build up 3 blocks. So we got 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do our little circle square thing, whatever you want to call it, with a little, 3x3 square with the hole in the middle. We're going to place our sign, and then we are going to pour our water. Now, the only problem here is that we can't get up to it when we're on this floor too easily. It takes some serious jumping skills and it's kind of a hassle. Now the easiest way to fix this problem is to simply break this block right here and replace it with a half slab that is above. Oops, if I can get it up there, you want it to be on the top side like that. So now I can simply reach the water from this level and swim up. You might bang your head, but hey, you don't take any damage. You're like Mario. You don't take any damage from banging your head on things. So it makes it a little bit easier, and at least you can get into it unlike before. And that's simply how you continue it. And then of course, if you want to keep on building, again, you can conserve blocks by breaking these corner ones, and then you can continue building up how you normally did, where you build up, place a sign, build up, and place water. And then again, it could just go up as many times as you want like that. So that's just the basic elevator, but of course it's a 1x1. There's another way of making it where it's a 2x2, and this is just a design I was messing around with. There's a way of doing 2x2 elevators, as you can see right here. We have a 2x2 elevator, so it's a big, nice, open square. And I'm just showing you an example, and then I'll show you how to build it. So as you can see, it works perfectly fine. I can get to the next floor and the next floor from there. So let me show you guys exactly how I made this one. So what you want to do is you want to start with your building block, of course. You're going to place down 2 blocks. You're going to do it where you can leave yourself a gap in between, almost like this. Make yourself a little nice square and just build up twice. Next, you're going to want to do just like how we did before, where we actually, you know what? Let me show you the bare minimum first, so it looks a little bit more easier to comprehend exactly what I'm doing. So start with this 2x2 wall. Again, remember, we actually want to build up 3. Make your square that you want to have. We'll just do it like how we did with the last one, where we simply build up the back wall. We make our little squares. You can see right here it'll be a 4x4, but it gives us a little 2x2 square in between where we're going to put our water. You put 2 signs. Actually, when you're doing this one with the 2x2, it gets a little confusing, because if we have signs here, we don't have any signs to hold up this side of the water. As you can see right here, the fences only go out 1 block. They're not blocking this up. So a better way of doing it is to block off this wall here, right here, and on this side as well, and put signs on these opposite walls like so. As you can see now, if I put water, it blocks all the corners, so I have no problems. And then, of course, as I said before, if you want to build up, all you would have to do is a simple rinse and repeat action. And again, you can cut these corners, because we gotta save the blocks. Save the blocks, 2015. And of course, make sure you keep them on the same side. If you want to, you can kind of flip them around like this. It works either way, just as long as you remember where those signs are if you ever have to fix anything. So you can see right here, put water down, and if we go back in, works perfectly fine. Looks nice and dandy. Now, of course, as we wanted before, we want multiple floors with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same setup. Say, for example, this is our wall. Why is there water over here? It's coming from nowhere right now. Look at this magic. Do you see this? Do you see this magic right now? How's this even happening? Whatever. Water, I guess you can stay there. Alright, so say we got our wall with our floor here, I guess. And we want to get off at this floor and then continue to get off at the next floor. I'm sorry if my floors are very asymmetrical. But what you're going to do is the same thing we did before. You're going to build up 3. You're going to wrap it around. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Alright, as you can see right here, we have our little hole thing. Again, we want to make sure that it's on either side so we don't mess up anything. I'm going to build up on either side so we can put our our signs down there. Bam, 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 and bam. Oops, and I threw my sound into the depths, of course. Okay, so we place our water on top, and again, we have the same problem where it's kind of hard to reach unless we time our jumps perfectly fine, which I'm trying to do now, and it's kind of hard. Again, all you got to do is replace these 2 blocks with half slabs. Make sure they're on the top side, not on the bottom side. And as you can see here, now, oops, actually my jumping skills might just be bad. There we go. As you can see right here, it works perfectly fine. Now, that's really good for when it's straight ahead, but I've also set up a way you can do it in the corner. As you can see right here, we have a corner elevator here. Now, before I get started with this one, I just want to say that this elevator is only good for 2 stops. So, you know, getting on and then getting off, and then getting back on from the top and getting off at the bottom. I try to set it up where you can have multiple floors with this one, but it's fairly difficult. So if you want multiple floors, use this system like this, or the system that I showed you over here like this. But if you want to use a simple, nice corner, give your house like some more modern feel, I guess, I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. This is how you're going to make the corner one, so I'll give you an example here. So what you're going to do is we're going to start out basically the same, where we start out with the 2 blocks on the far side, building up 3. We're going to do our little square like we did before. Alright. Now, we're since it's in a diagonal type of, you know, location, we're going to have these 2 walls as our far side walls, as you can see right here, so we can get into it like this. So that's just the outside view, exactly what it looks like. Basically, you're building up, except for these 2 corner blocks that you would have had normally in the other one. You can just simply cut those down, so you don't need those. Okay, so now what we would normally do with all is what we would put the signs on our you know, eye level basically. But as you can see right here, I don't have no sign to cover here, so if we were to do something like this and put down the water in all our corners, it would flow out of here because there's no sign blocking that location. So we need a way of covering it up from this, and the only block we have to cover it up with is these blocks up here. So we're going to place our blocks 1 block up this time. So instead of the 2nd block up, we're going to put it on the top block, the 3rd block. And we can do it however we want when it comes to placing up blocks. You can do it 2 by 2 like that, or you can do it how I just did it, where we put 1 on each side of the wall. This is a little bit easier to handle. So you're going to put the 2 by 2 like that. Now, if we build up 1 more, bam, bam, bam. Oh yeah, we can cut that down. And place our water down. As you can see here now, the water is being held up, but we can't reach it. We can only jump 1 block, and we can't reach a 4 block height just by simply jumping. So to fix that, this is where our stone slabs, or any kind of slabs that you want to use, this is where these come in handy. You're going to place them down just like this. If you place it like this, you're not going to be able to get into your elevator. So simply do it like that, where it's in the corner, as so. And now with these half slabs, we can reach for the next floor. Now, of course, it doesn't have to stop here. Again, like I said, do the rinse and repeat action. It can go up as high as you want in this situation. You know, sign, 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 and then build up and place your water, as you can see right here. But again, like I said, this is only good for 1 floor going to the next floor. It's not good for multiple floors. Anyways, I am hurting my throat talking right now. I've just been talking so long today. I've been like trying to think of what I was going to do today for a video. I thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all those other things you could probably do on your fingers. I hope this helped you out a little bit when you're making your house. You'll be like, oh snap, I know how to make elevators now. Hope you learned something today. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.